Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with LJ.
Back with car chats.
Car chats, yeah. So we're about to train, but I really wanted to do this video because I was speaking to a friend and she was sort of asking me questions about health and fitness, and I guess I was really surprised about the things she was saying. I've been on my health and fitness journey for probably like 3 years now, so obviously I'm learning a lot and I live and breathe it. And I guess like with the social media and everything happening, I thought a lot of things people knew as well, but it surprised me how much she said was typical what girls think about health and fitness. So me and LJ today are doing 10 fitness myths that every girl thinks is true. So yeah, and I wanted to do this LJ too because some of these I thought was true literally until like 3 months ago when we first met. I feel like every girl thinks this.
I feel like everyone does, but it's not true.
It's really not true.
It takes so much effort to build like a small amount of muscle as a girl. We just don't have the...
Don't I know it?
Yeah, Georgie's been like eating heaps.
I've been trying really hard for like nearly 5 months now, and I've built like maybe a kilo.
Yeah.
And also, so the more muscle you have, the more calories you can eat because muscle takes a lot more energy than fat. So don't be afraid of building muscle because you can eat more calories.
Yeah. And you just burn more calories throughout the day having more muscle mass.
Just doing nothing. Exactly.
Carbs are your energy.
So yeah, this is definitely not true. And I was actually telling LJ, so probably like 2 weeks ago, I was like quite unwell at work. So I went home early and I just had like some chicken for dinner, and then I just went straight to sleep just because I didn't feel that well. And I got up the next morning to do gym and I felt so weak and so like lightheaded, and I just felt like crap. And I was like, why do I feel like this? I always eat, as you guys know, like I eat veggies mostly for my carbs. So I always have like sweet potato, like starchy sort of carbs for dinner. And that's because I gym every single morning fasted, so I make sure I have the energy in my body. But I honestly didn't realize the effect it had, and it made me think of the amount of girls who don't have carbs for dinner and how they must feel trying to do gym in the morning. So yeah, carbs are just energy, and as long as you're not overeating your certain calories, it's not going to affect it.
I find this a lot with like girls that I train. I have to ask them in the morning like what they had for dinner, because if we're doing heavy weights and they haven't had anything, like we just can't do it. I've almost had one girl like pass out. I'm like, did you have dinner?
Actually,
no.
But you literally can't do it, so it's just such a big difference.
And I know how it feels myself. No.
So the reason why I want to put this in there is because I get quite a few girls inbox me, like DM me and be like, what's your ab routine? It's when you lose weight, and that's when you can sort of see the muscle. So it's like with any muscle.
You just generally need to decrease your body fat percentage
and then
for those muscles to pop out. And they're always the last place that you lose weight.
Especially with girls.
The
stomach. So yeah, it's good to do ab exercises and work that body just like any sort of muscle, but it's the typical abs are made in the kitchen. It's what you eat. You can't out exercise a bad diet. So when I came to LJ, I told her what I was doing, and I was like, I was doing like F45 like 6 days a week, and then like I go for a walk, then I run, and that's me as a person because exercising for me is kind of like my meditation. But I just thought the more exercise, the better.
You just burn out, and it just messes with your body. Like Georgie was able to keep up with it because...
Well, I wasn't at the end. I completely fucked my hormones. I'm not supposed to swear, sorry.
But this is why you've got like issues with your hormones, issues with your skin,
metabolism.
Your gut health is not there. It's because you've been holding yourself at such a high standard of training for years. Your body sort of tells you in other ways. that you're not doing it well. So like how the metabolism works is you want to eat and train at the same standard. You don't want one to be skewed, so you don't want to be training up here and your calories down here. Like, you don't want to be training 6 days a week and be eating 1,200 calories. Your metabolism is just going to slow itself down, and it's going to be really, really hard for you to get those extra few kilos off because your gut is moving so slow.
Yeah, and also once your body adapts to that and your body's like, I'm working out, I'm doing, you know, working out 7 days a week, I'm eating this little calories. As soon as you try and eat more or work out less,
you have to keep up with it.
You have to keep up with it because you just put on weight.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
As soon as I tried, started working full time, tried to train like a normal person and eat healthy like a normal person, and I just stacked on weight.
Yeah. If you're eating less, you're slowing down your metabolism. It's like it's the same as last point. Like if your exercise is up here and your food's down here, it's not going to match, and you're going to slow down your metabolism, and you're actually going to either hold weight or put on weight because your body goes into like starvation mode.
Yeah, your body adapts. So if you start giving it less calories, it thinks that's normal.
Yeah.
Just like when I started increasing my food gradually, I'm giving signals to my body, no, this is how much food I'm meant to eat. And that's why I can eat so much more than I was doing before.
And still be the same.
And also, you can never maintain like a deficit like continuously.
Yeah.
You die.
You can try.
Well, you don't die, but you're like me who burns out.
Yeah.
So there's no point, because at some point you're going to have to go back to normal, or like, you know, you're going to put on the weight.
Yeah, this is why yo-yo dieting is a thing.
Yeah.
Because people put up their exercise and eat like 1,200 calories.
And of course you're going to lose weight.
Yeah, you will lose weight. But then it'll become too hard and you'll stop. And because your metabolism is so slow, you put on all of that weight back on plus more.
There's actually heaps of research that says that this stuff completely changes your gut flora. And I was looking at a study, and it was between 2 rats. So they gave one rat artificial sweeteners, just artificial sweeteners with their normal food, and then one rat just normal sugar. And this rat that had the artificial sweeteners ate more this is over a certain amount of time, obviously. So ate more, was more hungry and put on more weight than the one just eating normal sugar. And that's because they're starting to see that artificial stuff changes your gut flora, so it can make you more hungry and that sort of stuff. So
it's all connected to the brain. Your gut is just like
your
directly,
second brain.
Yeah.
As you guys know, like, I'm such a big believer in whole foods, natural. So even if it might be a tiny bit more calories, you're getting whole, natural, like, it's just better.
Yeah.
This was such a big change for me in the last year, because I definitely thought this.
Yeah.
I feel like the government says this.
So everyone.
Yeah, actually. And they're starting to see now, obviously, trans fats like takeout and animal fat and all that sort of stuff will make you fat because it's just not good for you.
Yeah.
But
they won't necessarily make you fat unless you overeat in them.
Yeah. So
but they're just not good for you.
Yeah. So it's not the fat that makes you fat, it's the excess calories. But also, don't be afraid of fat. So I don't know why, but I just like never incorporated any, even if they were good fats in my diet, because they're more calories.
Yeah.
But that's why fats keep you fuller for longer. And also fats are so important in rebuilding your hormones and keeping your body sort of healthy.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid of fats. And also, when you go to the supermarket and you see low fat, I guarantee you they've taken out the fat and they've put sugar in there.
Yeah.
So don't get
100%.
Yeah.
Just get full cream milk.
Yeah, actually.
Unless you're a vegan.
Yeah, sorry. If you've had no fruit all day and it's 4 p.m. and you have some strawberries or a banana or something, like, that's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
It's the exact same as fat. So it's not the fruit at night or anything that makes you fat. It's having excess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what time of the day you feed your body, whether you fast, whether you don't eat before 6, so long as you have hit the same calorie goal every day, your body will use that same amount of calories.
For energy.
No matter what time of the day you give it, and no matter what food that totals those calories.
Yeah. And like at night, your body, I know you're not moving as much, but your body still needs energy to repair itself.
Yeah.
Your body does a lot of it, most of it's repairing at night.
Yeah.
So it needs to be
you should actually eat more on your rest days than on your gym days.
Yeah. I learnt this because I was like to LJ, I'm like, it's my rest day, so like I'm not eating much, and she was like, what are you doing? And I was like,
this is where you actually recover. This is where you actually build the muscle.
Yeah,
obviously you don't build muscle when you're training it. You're actually tearing the muscle when you strength train. It's afterwards that you repair and build, and that's when you need the most energy, the most calories. Like I said earlier, it's not going to affect your metabolism. If you're eating 6 meals a day and they're smaller than your big 3 meals, your body is going to take the same amount of energy and use it how it needs.
Yeah.
Than if you were to eat 2 big meals.
Yeah.
Like, so you eat 5 times a day?
Probably 4.
4 or 5, yeah. And then I eat 2 meals.
Yeah.
I eat 2 1,000 calorie meals.
I was eating like 6 to 8.
Yeah.
Remember how much I was snacking?
Yeah, yeah.
So like I'm at work long hours and it's like really fast paced and whatnot. So cutting out my morning snack and afternoon tea snack, so I'd have to like, well, even prepping the snacks and then at work going to the fridge and stuff like that, like it's just time. So if you don't have to prep those snacks and if you don't have to walk down to the fridge and make them and stuff, like I was literally mind blown about the amount of time I saved and how much fuller and more like better I was feeling after a main meal. Like I didn't need to snack.
Yeah.
And I understand it can be a mental thing for girls at the start because they need to continuously eat, and it's like it's more of a mental thing. But once you sort of know, like, no, I've eaten a good amount of calories, I shouldn't be hungry to dinner, and I'm always like really full. Like I'm talking like
your
after
body
lunch.
gets used to it as well.
Yeah, there's no actual research that says that eating smaller foods continuously
throughout
will
the day speeds up your metabolism.
No. So if it's taking more time and more effort, why would you do it?
Yeah, exactly. It's such like a strong myth still. I still have
mentally
clients.
It's hard though. Like I definitely understand why I thought that and why so many girls think this.
But even if you bring it down to the basic science level, you burn more calories lifting weights than you do running or any sort of cardio. You physically burn more calories, so you must lose more weight.
And also
training weights.
The more muscle you have, like the stronger you are to lose more calories.
Yeah, so for every extra kilo of muscle that you build doing weights, you burn an extra 60 calories a day, just like doing nothing.
Yeah,
just
sitting there.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to wrap that up now. So I hope that's a bit of clarity.
Debunk some myths.
And I hope that's a bit of clarity for you girls. Not so much girls, like obviously this can reflect on guys too, but I just feel like it's such a thing for girls at the moment with health and fitness. And that's the thing.
I get these questions every day at work, every single day.
But it is hard because I generally thought all these as well, like at different stages of my journey.
And I feel like you still ask me things like just to make sure. You're like...
because it's hard because you're like doing less, eating more. You're like, how is this mentally? Like, but we've been so mentally driven that workout, beast mode, like that's what it's all about, but no. So
unless you want to do a bikini comp, which no, none of us want to do.
But yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna go train now and